Let's lighten the mood a little bit
Okay.
with some good old racism.
Yeah.
On October 10th, a video was posted.
Wait, that sounds very weird. That's gonna be clipped on Twitter.
Oh shit. Okay, now I'm gonna be the next
You can't
crush.
say good old racism. It's not good old what?
I'm serious. Fucking shuddering. Welcome to ATEEZ's favorite K-pop show, DK News. Donald,
David,
lots and lots of
hot ass tea. First off, we have ATEEZ getting angry towards street Man Fighter Vata for choreography plagiarism.
And second, we have South Korea considering the deployment of nuclear weapons.
Wow, finally.
Yes, as if World War III couldn't get any closer.
Yes.
And last but not least, Crush singer is accused of being racist at a festival performance.
And on top of that, J-Hope is getting accusations as well.
But before we go on, we are giving away this limited edition BTS backpack. These have real stage-worn outfits worn by BTS patched on the outside. And these are very, very expensive and limited. Each piece is unique. This one cost over $200 for us. To enter, all you have to do is purchase anything from Naked Soul, be our customer between October 4th and 20th. You can be eligible for this giveaway. You can buy cool items like this pensive Buddha statue that RM himself has in his studio. The link is down below in the comments. You can also use the coupon code Busan. First 10 people to use that coupon code will get 10% off their purchase. And back to the news.
Okay, first off, we have the dance crew We Dem Boys Vata, who is appearing in Street Man Fighter SMF, being embroiled in suspicion of plagiarizing the choreography of ATEEZ's Say My Name. Recently, Vata won the mission by creating a choreography in line with Zico's new song, New Thing, in the choreography creation mission. I love that song as well. However, some netizens raised suspicions of plagiarism, saying that the slow motion of dragging feet as if riding a motorcycle, it's more like,
All right.
among Vata's choreography is similar to the choreography of ATEEZ's Say My Name, released in 2019. It's 2022, so ATEEZ's came out first. Amid the controversy, Anze Scroob, a choreographer for Say My Name, posted a video on his social media account on the 10th, claiming the similarity between the choreography of New Thing and ATEEZ's Say My Name. Scroob also spoke about this issue indirectly first, sharing about Instagram post that said,
Vata, I thought you were friends with Sun, but friends shouldn't do this. I hope you apologize to the original choreographer, Anze Scroob, and ATEEZ for claiming the move as yours. No matter what, whoever it is, if you try to steal ATEEZ and ATEEZ's staff, dancers, choreographer, composers' hard work, do something against the morals, then it's gonna bite you back. This masterpiece is from Anze Scroob, not you, Vata.
Scroob also directly mentioned in a comment of his, saying that this looks like ATEEZ's Say My Name challenge. Original choreography was made by Josh Smith, Johnny Erasme, and myself. The particular gliding move was made by Josh Smith. We live to inspire love. That's not... yeah. ATEEZ also indirectly asserted the allegations of plagiarism in Vata's choreography themselves. ATEEZ's Wooyoung crossed arms during the stage of Say My Name at the Daegu concert on the 9th, and this move is called biting, as known as a sign that the choreography has been plagiarized among the dancers.
Apparently this is like it's a symbol used in b-boy communities, like when they do dance battles.
Yeah, but it was also used in Street Woman Fighter as well.
Oh, really?
As Gabi said, like, oh, she copied me and she was doing this during a battle. So I guess it's like a universal moment. We didn't notice it probably because we didn't know. Vata and Street Man Fighter have not made any statements so far. There is a growing demand for a clear explanation of the plagiarism allegation. So what do you think about this issue?
To my uneducated kid and non-dancer eyes, they look pretty identical. Now, to say like how common is that move, that can be debatable.
Yeah.
Like the only time I've seen it is in Say My Name, but at the same time, this kind of stuff, it's a common dance move, and he maybe just like, you know, added the kicking motion. I can't really particularly say that this is plagiarism 100%. And there's a lot of people on Twitter saying like, oh, you're friends with San, there's videos of them dancing together, right? The thing is, like, you know, you are a dancer, you probably dance with lots and lots of people all the time, right? Just because you've danced with this person at one point doesn't mean you know their entire choreo.
Doing some skimming about the subject, I did see that it is a problem among the choreographer and dancing scene that you can't like copyright a dance move or a choreography. I saw an interview of Lee Jung coming out saying like she's made so many choreographies, but the boundaries or barriers between like what you see as plagiarism or inspiration or that kind of stuff in dancing, like you altercate it or apply a slightly different move to it and it becomes a whole new choreography. So like she said, it's very hard to like actually copyright dance. There's been a lot of criticism and voice from the dancing scene. Street Woman Fighter and Street Man Fighter is a program that's standing for dancers. The program itself has the goal and intention of like spreading dance culture more and making dancing popular among the public. And if they have that kind of intention, they should acknowledge these kind of stuff. And I don't know if my friend is gonna watch this and give me a scolding and give her a different opinion, but I mean, like,
we should ask her opinion.
But they're not giving out any official opinions yet.
Well,
so
we can talk about that on KST. On Patreon.
If Vata also feels the same way, and he did indeed, you know, reference a little bit from Say My Name, I think he should come out and say that, oh, I did take inspiration or reference from it, and just acknowledge and credit the original choreography, since it was a creation mission after all. So that would solve the whole situation, but I don't know if he initially intended to do that or he didn't have any time to explain about it,
or maybe he did not know.
Exactly.
Maybe he forgot about it,
or if he just thought the dance move as of like the level of the moonwalk. If you use the moonwalk, nobody gives credit to Michael Jackson every single time they use it, right? So I mean,
okay, if we're going to that level, right, I actually kind of agree with that. Like, because like, okay, so let's just say hip hop. Okay, who are we gonna give credit to? Like, whenever I sing a rap song, am I gonna say, oh, by the way, this is not, you know, 100% inspired by me. I was inspired by this person, this person, this person, this person. Like, nothing is 100% original. And if we're gonna list a source of credits for every single thing that we got inspired by, then I don't know. I feel like that can kind of deter a lot of the art and creativity that can spread out.
But since the program's intention is like that, and also now this has been a controversy, and the original choreographer and ATEEZ has both expressed some kind of discomfort, now at this point I feel like he should come out and, you know, make a friendly gesture and say,
or you could say like, fuck off. Like, that could be one opinion.
Okay, that would be like a very fiery session. But
I want that actually.
Okay, but like I think what is going to happen is, if this escalates more to a level that he actually needs to come out and say something, I think he'll just come out and say, yeah, I did take reference from it, or I saw it from somewhere else, but I guess it was from ATEEZ.
Or I didn't realize that, I forgot about it.
I think that would be a nice gesture. I think that would be nice and the right thing to do at this point. Obviously, we don't know anything about dancing.
On to the next news. While the dancing community is arguing over dance moves and who did the motorcycle first, we are about to hit World War III.
Oh no.
Because South Korea is considering deployment of nuclear weapons. South Korean officials are discussing the possibility of arming up with nuclear arsenal.
Finally.
Recently, North Korea conducted missile launches that many believe is a prelude to an upcoming nuclear test. This has escalated tensions in the Korean peninsula, and Seoul is considering pulling out of the 2018 Inter-Korean Agreement that called to cease hostile activities against each other and refrain from conducting large-scale field exercises in the border area. That was a big thing in 2018. We even made a vlog. I cried. Unfortunately, yeah, the agreement was not very successful because in its short history, it was violated by North Korea in 2019. That's like literally a year later, in 2020.
They just didn't care.
Yeah, they blew up
They just
the
wanted
building,
money,
whatever. Pyongyang does not want to agree with this view. They feel like they have kept the promises, but we say otherwise. I mean, they blew up
If you
a building.
blow up a building and shoot
That we
missiles
built.
towards us,
Yes.
is that peace?
Meanwhile, conservative politicians, scholars, and think tanks like David Kim in South Korea are discussing the possibilities of deploying nuclear weapons on its soil.
As it should.
Okay, very, very vocal. Many politicians spoke out stating that we need to fight nukes with nukes.
I don't agree with that, but okay, go on.
In terms of like, we're not gonna shoot
Defense.
nukes, but like, we need nukes in order to deter their nukes, right? And that we should request the US to share its arsenal of tactical nukes. However, many believe this to be an unrealistic choice, as this could quickly escalate into large-scale arms races over East Asia. It's not very hard. It doesn't take a genius to think that way.
Yeah.
It could also legitimize North Korea's nuclear arsenal, as they would be able to claim it's for self-defense now because they have nukes, so we gotta have nukes. Furthermore, there would be severe diplomatic and potentially economic risk involving neighboring countries and existing allies. Korea is a part of the Non-Proliferation Treaty, meaning they're technically not allowed to have nukes, and if they do, now they're just basically going rogue. Nevertheless, the president has changed his stance on the matter of having nukes in South Korea. Originally, he was against the nuclearization of South Korea, but in recent interviews, he stated that he has his doors open.
Okay, I hate the president right now. I didn't vote for him. I wish he could get impeached or whatsoever. But if he actually makes this happen, like
Really?
gets a nuke in Korea,
Really?
then I would give him credit for doing something at least helpful for the society. Why does South Korea, why does our nation have to be the one that has always been fucked over for 5,000 years from Japan, China, the US, North Korea, everybody, and why are we the ones that always have to be annihilated without any source of self-defense tactic? And in the modern warfare where everybody is nuked up, like the US, India, Russia, China, everyone but us, and
No.
even North Korea. I mean,
that's not true,
I mean, there are a lot of countries.
like
I know,
only
I
10
know,
countries
I
with
know. There are
nukes.
like 100 countries that, but actual war has been going on in Korea for years right now, and we're not even in peace. We're in the middle of like the East Asian battlefield. Like, if something happens, it's bound to happen in Korea, like between China, Russia, US, Japan. It's a very geopolitically fragile and volatile.
Which is why we should not have nukes.
No, we should have nukes because that's the only way to defend ourselves. Look at what happened to Ukraine because they don't have nukes. We should learn from that. And I don't know why. I don't know why.
I don't think
so. History-wise,
Not having
hey,
nukes
history-wise,
was
our
biggest.
country, our race has never invaded another country in until the prehistoric ages. You know, we did domestic wars and shit like that, but we've never crossed seas or other.
Well, that's okay. Who is we? Are you
The
talking?
Korean race. Okay, let's not go technical into that.
But like,
I think that's a very biased.
no,
view
it is
of
not.
history.
It is not. We have never crossed the.
we?
Okay, well, you go with that stance, but like everybody knows what I'm saying generally. We have when the modern term of a country and like the UN and all that, the global society has formed, Korea has never stepped foot or shown any hostility or any kind of imperialism towards other countries. We have been the only ones fucked up by other countries for
That's not
for
true.
hundreds of years right now. If
Korea
you're going
went to Vietnam and massacred
Hey, that-
villages and civilians.
that is troops sent because of politics and stuff like that. And if you want to go to every minuscule detail and
I'm
put
just
that,
saying.
if you want to put that priority over defending our country and constantly getting fucked over by other countries because of not having a nuke, look at North Korea. Even the US and nobody can enter that country right now just because they have a tiny single nuke that might blow up California and Los Angeles right now. And Japan doesn't dare going there because Tokyo might blow all over because they have a single nuke. Why can't South Korea have one? Because we're the peacemakers and we should be the diplomatic ones when we're getting constantly fucked over by every kind of imperialistic country out there and capitalistic society out there that all has nukes. Like the US and China has like 100 nukes, India has nukes, Russia has 100 nukes. Why can't we have one? Why can't we have one to protect our country?
That's not fair.
I did not know. Like,
I am so mad at this. I actually like
neo-Nazi.
I like everything about the U.S. I don't like everything about the U.S. I am preferable towards the U.S.-Korean ally,
but Biden doesn't want nukes
I know.
here.
The only thing I don't understand is why the U.S. does not allow a peaceful and ally country like Korea that has never had intentions of anything else than self-defense and is in the border with a war-striving country like rogue country like North Korea not have nukes.
U.S. doesn't want anyone to have nukes.
Yeah, because they only want to have the nukes.
Yeah, that could.
And
be
also,
argued,
like, we're gonna go into the territory. If one starts to have nukes, that country's gonna have nukes, and everybody's gonna have nukes. And World War. We already have hundreds and hundreds of nukes out there only by the superpowers. It's not gonna like make World War III if South Korea has one more nuke when the U.S. has like 150 and China has like 50. I don't know, nukes.
Countries like the U.S., China, Russia, they're gonna be bullies. We're the bullied, right?
Exactly.
Countries like this.
Exactly. Why do we always have to be the bully?
Well, we're definitely not gonna go into the level of the bullies because we're not big enough as a size in terms of size population.
Exactly.
We're not gonna be a superpower.
That's why
the matter of fact. It's just fact.
And that's why we should have the last straw of defense, last line of defense, as North Korea is doing. They're actually.
Do you want to live like North Korea? Like that's the thing. Like that's called brinkmanship. That's
North Korea.
That's
is
the only thing they have.
North Korea is very smart. And as an ally of the U.S. and with our history and we can make treaties and we can make agreements and everything of all that kind of stuff. I cannot understand not allowing a volatile country like Korea not having
this
nukes.
Is literally the most sensitive region in Asia. I would say like Asia, but maybe East Asia.
In East Asia, because everyone else but us has nukes.
No, Japan does not have nukes.
I mean, though, but like Japan's in the middle of the sea and stuff.
Okay, but let's just back down a little bit.
Adjacent to North Korea and China and Russia.
We cannot be raising tensions.
Okay, we can go on with this debate in KST. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna get long, but
I will just say that is very dangerous.
As a Korean citizen,
just because you're proud.
As a Korean citizen, our gates are open. Like we're opening our legs up to China and Russia and North Korea. Whenever war happens, we have.
That is not true.
That is true. That is true. If we had a nuke, do you think they can fuck us over? Do you think they can come in like just like that and shoot missiles at us? Anybody can. Japan can even come in. Even the U.S. granted Japan to get.
Like owning a nuke is not a great choice.
It is the ultimate choice, and we need at least one nuke, or the U.S. needs to share one, and the other countries have to know that if you come through our doors and start like shooting and missiles in Seoul, then we'll nuke your city, and that's the only way.
Well, that's literally that's a scenario for World War III now. Like we're gonna all die. If that happens, if we get nukes, and then like Japan gets nukes, and everybody gets nukes.
Yeah. And might as well.
Your mom gets nukes. My mom gets nukes.
Are you gonna be the one that gets nuked and do nothing?
First of all, North Korea is not gonna use their nukes. Nukes have been only used
you're
twice
proving my point. South Korea is not going to use their nukes, and North Korea is not getting invaded, even being a dictatorship and like the whole bully of the whole world. I mean, they're not the bully, but like being the rogue country of the whole world, they're not getting invaded because they have a nuke, because everyone knows they're not going to use the nuke, but at the same time, if they are in the corner, they might have a possibility to.
Yeah, they could.
Yeah, like, exactly. This is the effect we need, because everyone knows South Korea is not going to invade them.
North Korea has nothing but nukes. we have a lot more to lose.
And we have
That's
a lot
why
more
they're
to lose.
tactical.
We have a lot more to protect as well.
Okay.
So I think it's a
We
no-brainer.
can have the 1 hour long discussion.
I think it's a
on
no-brainer.
Nuclearization of Korea.
We need to nuke up, and seeing Ukraine at this moment, South Korea is very easy to go follow that path because we're literally next to the country that is invading Ukraine right now.
Next news. Crush is accused of being racist at a festival performance. Let's lighten the mood a little bit.
Okay, yeah, let's go
With-
into international waters now.
With some good old racism.
Yeah.
On October 10th, a video was posted.
Wait, that sounds very weird. That's gonna be clipped on Twitter.
Oh shit! Okay, now I'm gonna be the
You
next
can't
Crush.
say good old racism. Like
I'm just
what do you mean
saying,
good
like,
old
this is a
Rephrase
recurring topic in K-pop.
Yeah, it's not good old what?
On October 10th, a video was posted on Twitter that claimed R&B singer Crush was being racist. The video showed Crush giving high fives to the crowd at the Someday Pleroma festival, and according to the poster, he skipped 2 black fans that were in the crowd before resuming to give high fives to the rest of the crowd. Now, alternative angle posted by the 2 black fans themselves show themselves being baffled by being skipped by Crush. Only them.
Wait a fucking minute.
Did you get missed? Yes! Literally when he was about to go.
Wait a fucking minute.
And when these videos popped up, international fans took it as Crush deliberately avoiding touching these black fans. And unsurprisingly, a huge uproar arose. Now the singer quickly responded, posting an apology and explanation on Instagram the very next day.
I had to refrain from giving out high fives with the fans in particular sections as a safety precaution. Fans were getting too close to the fence, holding up the audience section, and I saw that those in the front row were getting pushed against the fence, so I quickly made the judgment not to approach. For the safety of my fans, I sincerely apologize for the misunderstanding that my actions may have caused. I love each and every one of my fans, and I would never discriminate nor favor anyone.
Now a lot of international fans felt that this was bullshit, as Crush had literally touched like fans next to the black fans and also after the black fans. So like this little void here, and then everybody else was, I guess, safe to touch. Meanwhile, Korean fans argued that international fans were reaching and just blowing it out of proportion when he was simply skipping over multiple fans throughout his performance all along. And this is true as well. So some alternate angles did show what seemed like Crush attempting to reach down to the 2 black fans but missing their hands. And he also can be heard saying, "You might get hurt, be careful," at the very moment.
조심해, 조심해.
Other videos showed him skipping over other fans as well, arguing that he did not skip fans because of the color of their skin. Now regardless, the opinion seems pretty divided. I would say probably more in favor of him being racist than not, among the international fans at least. Some are even digging up old Crush photos of him sporting the mask of Michael, which is a character that is essentially a black caricature. And he wore this mask on Masked Singer from way back, and they're calling him racist.
To add on to that, J-Hope liked his apology and explanation on Instagram, and now people are saying, is J-Hope supporting a racist artist? And he's being fond with him because he collabed with him? Is he defending him? Stuff like that, and that narrative is spreading right now, and people are jumping onto, oh, J-Hope is supporting a racist. He is racist as well. Like that kind of stuff is happening. There's actually news coming out like that.
Okay.
First and foremost, he recognized the situation. He apologized and explained. His explanation is backed up because indeed he did say 조심해 and stuff like that. He's like, you're gonna get hurt. And you see angles of him like doing stuff like this, right? To them, right? So I do really think he had that intention.
Yeah.
And also there's a thing called coincidence. The people that were in danger or like pushing to forwards that section would have coincidentally been those people. And also he did not touch every single person's hands. He skipped a lot of hands. I saw that too. If you go into the psyche of Crush, he's an international artist.
Let's just say he's a closet racist.
There's like hundreds of cameras there. It's a public space. If he
wanted to be racist,
yeah,
he wouldn't do it in such a like a very explicit way.
That's just stupid because like you know the backlash he's gonna get if he's like, oh, I'm not gonna touch your hand. It's like what? Whoa! Like if he does that in front of 100 cameras, who can do that in this society right now?
Well, this is all easy questions. Let me ask the hard question.
Okay.
Do you think those two black fans' hurt feelings are validated?
They are validated because at the same time they are validated because we cannot neglect the experiences they have had in the past that have similar reflections to this.
Nice way out.
So no, I understand that if certain things occur continuously and repetitively, then that kind of thing might be reoccurred in your head. So if it's a similar setting, then you could go to a logical process of thinking, oh, he did that because he's racist or something. But at the same time,
do you think calling him racist for them is a logical and
in their perspective, if they felt like that, they can do that. And Crush came out and sat on the table and said, I'm sorry if you felt that way. I explained because I wanted you to be more careful and no injuries. I did that. And if they accept that, then okay. But if they proceed not to, then there's nothing to do about it.
Okay, here's my hot take. It's very tricky because
it's good old racism.
Calling somebody racist in 2022 is a very serious claim to make. Even if they felt that way, that's a very small moment. And like if they were there, like because we saw in other videos, you could see like he was skipping over other fans as well. Even if you felt like someone was being racist to you, like you felt personally, to call somebody that like he's a racist based on that singular moment, I think you would need some serious backing up because that is a very serious claim to make.
Wow, what happened to the I'm all for free speech guy?
No, I am for free speech. I am for free speech, but
that's contradicting.
At the same time, just because it's free speech doesn't mean you can say whatever you want with very small little evidence. I'm sure they felt like they were being discriminated against, but you can't just call somebody racist because they skipped your high five. Right?
No, you can argue that someone might be racist, and I suspect that. But
you could suspect it, but to call somebody that firmly and then
definitively
is
probably the word. Yeah.
From that 5 seconds of his life is a very serious claim
as a racist.
It's a very serious claim to make. There could be a lot of factors in an interaction like that. It could be like, for example, Crush said, safety issues, whatever. We don't know the entire situation. So to just say like, okay, this happened because I'm Asian, because I'm black, you would need some pretty hard evidence.
Yeah.
It can't be just like, I felt this way, so I'm going to call it racist. That's just my thought. Obviously, I'm probably going to get bashed in the comments, but racism is a serious claim to make.
Yeah.
And you gotta back it up. You can't just
like
throw that word out there lightly.
This topic actually hits a very similar situation that happens in Ramen and Chill. I feel like this is going to be a very hot debate among the Ramen and Chill section. Ramen and Chill, for those of you who don't know what it is, it's a international Korean dating show that we planned is going to release in a few weeks.
October 25th.
Yeah, so it is it is part of the conversation on the show, so please expect that.
And go to patreon.com/DKDKTV so that you can hear our discussions in long form. And I mean, this is already long, but even longer live streams. And we will see you guys next time.
Bye.